James Tierney starts off with a baby split. This is Calvin Castan. We're at the North Bowl lanes in beautiful out-of-town Beekmantown. I think we're going to move up a step or two here. Block out a few more people. We're here for just a short visit. Tierney starts with an open. Beekmantown on our left. I'm not sure if it's the A or B. My guess would be B. There's Jeremy Ballard. We're here to cover the Cougars. We'll get the boys A and then the girls. And I think then we're going to have to get out of here after that. We've got to get to Northeastern for Tupper Lake and Northeastern girls basketball. This is Section 7 bowling, where the top team today will go on to represent the section. And there's only 2 lanes that are not filled. So you got 30 lanes occupied here at the North Bowl. This is one reason why they've never been able to hold this at the Bowl Mart, because there's only 16 lanes at the Bowl Mart. So the former Plattsburgh lanes and North Bowl have always been the site, and with the Plattsburgh lanes closing several years ago, North Bowl became the site for the sectionals. It's a bit of an advantage to several teams. Beekmantown, Plattsburgh High School, Peru, and Saranac all use this as their home alley. Here's Alan Mabor. He's going to hang on. The ball didn't hook for him. This, I don't know, this might be the A team for Beekmantown. I really only saw them once, and apologies to all our West Shazy viewers. Mabor gets the spare. And I'll bring up Adam Chucker Chipola. Temperature 17 degrees outside. Leaves a 10 pin. That's his arch rival. His Lex Luthor is number 10 on the bowling alley. Meanwhile, over on lane 25, Tierney gets 9 pins in his first ball in the second frame. Chipola will cover his spare. And here's Tierney. And Tierney misses. Not conducive to covering this event. They need to set up some kind of a special platform for us. That's never happened yet. Ballard gets 8 on his first ball. The machines here do show what the spare looks like. I know that's something that John Roberts has talked about for future years at the Bowl Mart. Now here's Ballard. And he just nips the 6 pin. everybody here is bowling against everybody else. And what they do, for those of you who are not familiar with this, is you see Gadway, Bryce Gadway leads the 6-10. For those of you who are not familiar with the format, all the boys A and B teams in the league and all the girls teams are competing, and they're competing against everybody else. Gadway going for his spare, and he will miss it. Leaves the 6. Now we have Alan Mabor for Northeastern. I don't think it's ever happened that a B team has won it, but I know some B teams have finished fairly high in the rankings. This is all scratch bowling. You can throw out your handicap today. There's Mavor going for his spare. He will cover it. So no handicaps, it's all scratch. They bowl 3 games in the morning, and they switch lanes. The lanes is all the luck of the draw. And I'm not quite sure if the designate certain lanes for the girls and certain lanes for the boys, because you never see a boys team bowling head-to-head against a girls team. Chipola picks up his spare. Now Tierney will start the 3rd frame. And Tierney strikes. Well, a total of 6 games will be bowled today. Here's Ballard. Ballard gets a little late action and a strike. I'll bring up Gadway for Northeastern. And Gadway will strike. That's 3 strikes in a row for the Cougars. And Alan Mavor will step in. The pin setter looking a little slow at times today. There's Mavor. And he will get 7 pins. He leaves the 1, 2, 8. The computer here even tells you how to pick up the spare, or suggests the way to pick up the spare. You got double wood in that 2-8. And just barely gets the 2-pin to bounce off the 8 to get the spare. Now it's Adam Chipola coming up for Northeastern. And he strikes, so 4 strikes in the for the Cougars in the third. They have a team total right now of 190, but the Beekmantown team bowling next to them has a team total of 210. And they are a bowler behind the Cougars. Sable Valley won the regular season CBAC title for the boys, and the Beekmantown girls were the CBAC winners in a bowl-off against Northeastern. They defeated Northeastern at the lanes in Sable Forks, Riverside, I believe, or Riverview. I believe it's Riverside. It might be Riverview. Tierney leaves a 10-pin in the first frame. In the his first ball here in the fourth frame. Nate Roberts, graduate last year, here to cheer on the team. He was an all-star last year. And Tierney picks up the spare. In addition to the winning team today, I believe the number is 6 all-stars that'll go. To the States, and you have to know that Adam Chipola, win or lose here today, will be going as an all-star. If he doesn't make it as a for the team, he'll make it as an all-star, and I would imagine James Tierney is somewhere near that all-star mark 2. That'll be Gadway for Northeastern. Gadway misses his spare. That was following a strike, so that hurts. Loses a lot of pins by not picking up that spare. Alan Mabor, who's working on a spare, is up for the Cougars. And Mabor strikes. I just noticed we have the Dragoon brothers next to us here. We ought to keep an eye on them. There's Chipola. So we'll keep an eye on Dan and Wayne Dragoon, who are bowling next to us here for Plattsburgh. Certainly a lot of interest in the Dragoon boys up in the northern tier. And Dan, a long time to look at Dan. He has an open. There's Chipola. Chipola picks up his spare. That was a tough spare. Beekmantown a little slow getting to the pick up the first bowler here. I like to see those first bowlers start whenever the lane becomes available. It all evens out in the long run. Come on, Tony. Tierney for Northeastern. He gets 8 pins. Mark Dragoon, I think I said Wayne. Dan and Mark Dragoon over here to our right. Wayne, of course, is their father. There's Tierney. And the other side of Chris Welch's head, he picked up his spare, and looks like Mark Dragoon had an open. So we're jinxing the Dragoon boys here. There's Ballard due up for the Cougars. Ballard gets, looks like 7 pins. Looks like there's a double wood involved there somewhere. There is. He's going to use the 1-2-8. And Ballard will pick off only one of them. Now we have a moment. We'll see how the Dragoon boys are doing. Mark has a 88 and Dan a 27. Wow. Dan may not want us to be looking at that scoreboard. Ooh, tough one here for Bryce Gadway to pick up. He's got them spread all over the place there. And he's going to go right between them. Couldn't decide where to hit, so went right between them. Chris Welch saying, go for the pins, go for the wood. If you don't get your spare, you don't get the spare. Go for the wood. Here's Dan Dragoon, and he's got a spare. That might be his first one. Mabor gets 6 pins. Let me check here. Looks like that might be Dan Dragoon's first mark. Unbelievable. Excellent bowler. There's Mabor. Mabor gets 8 for the frame. Coming up, Chucker Chipola. Chipola strikes. Tierney will start the 5th. Or is it the 6th? The 6th frame. Tierney in the 6th frame gets a strike. Mark Dragoon towing the line. We got Jeremy Ballard over to our left. Ballard bowls. Gets a strike. Here's Mark Dragoon. And Mark Dragoon strikes. Now Gadway. Gadway gets looks like 8 pins. That leaves the 1-2. And Gadway is second consecutive open. I'll bring up Mabor. Now we have Dan Dragoon. Into the gutter. Oh, Dan Dragoon working on a spare that is not his day. There's Chipola. Chipola strikes and Dragoon gets 8 for the frame. Let's give an update on the scores. It's 457 up there for Plattsburgh, 436 for the Cougars. Over on this side, looks like a 390. 456 was for Beekmantown. 398 here for Plattsburgh. Ticonderoga's bowling next to them. Mark Dragoon with a strike. The Cougars have completed the 6th frame with a 436. Plattsburgh is starting the 7th and just completed the 6th with a 486. That's, excuse me, Beekmantown. I've got Plattsburgh and the Dragoon boys on my mind here, but this is Beekmantown in the red shirts, Northeastern in the maroon. Not that those colors stand out here under these conditions. Here's Tierney. Tierney leaves the 6-10. Even though we're not doing commentary, we're on the Beekmantown bowlers. We're trying to keep them in the picture so that Beekmantown fans can see them. There's Tierney going for his spare. Late drop, and that Beekmantown bowler got a strike on a late drop. Meanwhile, Tierney spared. There's Ballard. And Ballard leaves the 6-pin. I have a Beekmantown Eagle here, coming in out of the cold. All right, there we look at Dan. There's Dan Dragoon. And he strikes. Hi, Eagle. Nice to see you. There's Bryce Gadway. Gadway strikes. Oh, split for Beekmantown. Maybar. Finally going to throw it here. And here it comes, and it's a strike for Maybar. That'll bring up Chipola. And Chucker Chipola will strike, yes. the 8th frame. And he strikes. We'll bring up Ballard, and over in the lane 27 we have Mark Dragoon. There's Ballard's ball. He gets 9. Here's Dragoon. And he strikes. Is that a triple? Turkey, you got a triple. There's Ballard, he will spare. That's an update here, 612 to 575. Over here we have a 511 and a 495. There's Gadway up. Gadway gets 9 pins in his first ball. Gadway picks up the spare. We're in the 8th frame. Mabor leaves the 6 pin. Looks like the 6-10 for a moment, but the 10 fell. Now we've got Dan Dragoon ready to bowl, working on a strike. He leaves double wood. Mabor picks up his spare. Dan Dragoon has the 2-8. Tough spare. Bring up Chipola. There's Dragoon going for his spare. He leaves the 8 pin. Chipola gets 7 on his first ball. But then Dragoon continues to struggle. Meanwhile, Mark Dragoon is set to start the 9th frame with a triple. Chipola looking for his spare over here in lane 25. And as luck will have it, they'll bowl at the same time, as far apart as they can get in our camera view. Chipola will pick up 2 of the pins, and Dragoon will pick up 8 on his first ball, leaving the 3-6. Tierney set to start the 9th frame for Northeastern, as Mark Dragoon goes for his spare. And he picks it up. Here's Tierney. And Tierney will strike in the 9th. I'll bring up Ballard for the Cougars. Ball came in a little too straight, hit the head pin right on, didn't get any action on the right side of the field. That looks like a 2-6-10. I didn't check the scoreboard up there to see, but it looks like a 2-6-10, a 3-6-10. Ballard gets 9 for the frame to bring up Gadway. Gadway gets 7 pins in his first ball. I'm glad Jim Tierney mentioned this sectionals. It's a week earlier than usual, so we weren't really wasn't on our radar. Gadway gets only 8. We got Dan Dragoon. He gets 5 on his first ball in the 9th frame. Now Mavor up for the Cougars. We hadn't paid attention. Usually it's the second weekend or so in February. I mean, in the middle of the month. Dragoon spares and Mavor gets 9 in his first ball. So we're expecting it to be today's the 8th, we're expecting it to be the 15th, in the middle of the month. Obviously, if today is the 8th, this is the second weekend in February, but we were thinking the 15th. Mavor spares, bring up Chipola. So we would have run right by this without noticing it, unless we picked it up in the paper, and who knows if we would have done that. So thanks to Jim Tierney for filling us in. It's senior day at Northeastern, senior girls, last home game for Northeastern today, so we'll have to get out of here and get back to Northeastern. So I think we're only going to be covering 2 of these matches, the A boys and then the girls. Cola leaves a wiggling 7 and 2 pin, I believe. Well, it's not going to tell us what he left, I guess. In the 10th frame over here we have, we'll watch Chipola pick up his spare. Barely, but he got it. We got Mark Dragoon starting the 10th frame on the other side of Chris Welch. And he gets 9 in his first ball. Tierney will be set to start his 10th frame. Tierney's ball leaves a 7. Dragoon picks up his spare without a lot to spare. So Tierney will be below his average. Here's his spare ball. Line up for next game. That gives him a 175 plus his spill ball. Here's Dragoon's spill ball. And he strikes. So Mark Dragoon finishes the first game with a very respectable 205. Here's Tierney's spill ball. Tierney strikes, so give him a 185. That's 10 pins or so below his average. 185 is a good score, but when you're bowling the 190s, it's below average. Now we have Ballard for the Cougars, set to bowl his first ball in the 10th. He has a 147 coming in. He gets 8 pins, leaves the 1-2. So 768, 773. The team score really tightened up between these two teams. And just to give you some comparisons, here's Plattsburgh's score at 684 and 656 for Ticonderoga. Again, everybody's bowling against everybody else. Ballard's going to miss his spare. So that's going to close up his game at a 155. Now here's Gadway due up for the Cougars. Gadway well below his average. He's got an open coming in here. He's got a 102 up there. Oh, we got this 10 to drop, so he avoided the split. So he's got a 4-7 to contend with. There's Gadway, and he'll cover his spare. So he'll get a fill ball of a 112 plus his fill. Meanwhile, we've got Dan Dragoon. Dan Dragoon probably doesn't want me to zoom in here, but I'm going to. He has an 89 going into the 10th. Gadway will finish with about a 120 or so. Let's see, 119 maybe. There's Dragoon. Gadway finishes with a 119. Dragoon covers his spare. He needed that to break 100, believe it or not. Normally an excellent bowler. Here's Dragoon's fill ball. He's got 99 plus this one. He's got 109. So that'll pick him up as he goes into the second game. Here's Mavor. Mavor picks up 9 in his first ball. And the total pins, Plattsburgh's at 831 right now. Northeastern 802. Here's Mavor. Misses his spare, so that leaves him with a 178. A respectable score, but no fill ball. Could have had close to a 190 with that spare. The finals over here, tie in Plattsburgh, 735 and 692. There's Chipola for the Cougars. Whoa. Missed that 2-pin and then nothing else went. Actually missed the head pin, I guess. So here's our scores over here. 816 for the Cougars. 841 and counting here for Plattsburgh. Now Chipola. A tough spare, and he will leave the 10-pin, his arch rival. His arch rival. So the Cougars finish, she finishes with a 188. Cougars finish with an 825. Beekmantown, an 851. Might as well run the string out here. You got to think that it's 861. Well, it's decent, but you got to figure that somewhere one of these teams has 1,000 pins or so, or close to it, in their first game. So we're going to go now to the girls' match. When I become king of the world, the first thing I'm going to do is eliminate balloons at these stupid bowling things. People can't see to begin with, and then they tie their balloons up to block out half the available view that is here. There's not enough room for people to see it, these matches as it is. And they got people bringing in their stupid balloons. At least bring in strings that are long enough to get them to the ceiling so they're not blocking anybody. Let's see if we can get in there quick enough here. 860. Oh. Whatever was there is gone. Whatever the NCCS girls had is gone. Once again, it's Northeastern and Beacontown, just the luck of the draw. Here's Cassie Roberts for the girls from Northeastern with a 9 in her first ball. These are the two teams that had a bowl off in Au Sable Fort for the CVAC title, so probably fitting that they're matched up in the first 3 games here. Again, they'll bowl 3 games, break for lunch, and then come back to bowl 3 more. I think they have a new draw in the second. Ooh.
Come on, Laura, pick her up.
Roberts with an open. And she keeps smiling anyway. Cassie Roberts knows she'll be going to the state playoffs. She's an all-star. There's Lori Para.
Pick him up. Go.
Para gets a strike.
Face or not.
There's Natasha Generou. Generou gets 6. Little fellow with the sign is awfully helpful too. Generou spares. Danielle Tierney setting the bowl for the Cougars. Again, we'll try to keep Beacontown in view. We don't have their names, and we're here to follow the Cougars. Tierney leaves the 10-pin. Yeah, we have checked, and it was 808 for the Cougars, 860 for Beacontown in that first frame. Charlie Stone and Jim Buda Garrett are the coaches for Beacontown. There's Tierney picking up her spare. Chris Welch, of course, the coach for Northeastern boys and girls. If you're a coach, or bowling, you'll coach both teams. There's Megan Sorrell. Sorrell gets everything but the head pin, I think. No, it's the, what is that? 5 pin. Sorrell, the anchor bowler for the Cougars, picks up the spare. I'll bring up Roberts. Roberts leaves the 10-pin in her first ball in the second. Watching his granddaughter Cassie Roberts bowl. He's got to get to Northeastern for his granddaughter Bobby Gooley's final home basketball game. Get that kid with a sign out of the way. There's Para. Para gets 9 pins. And Perro's going to miss her spare. Generu, that's a Generu. It's 9.
Green, back up.
Town girls seem to be knocking them all down. Don't like to shoot spares, I guess. There's Generu. She misses her spare. Bring up Tierney. Tierney strikes. 7th grader on the varsity team. Of course, the Tierneys grew up at the Bullmark. James, Danielle, Rose, and Katie. Roberts gets 9 pins. There's Sorrell, anchor bowler. She leaves a 7. Roberts spares. Now Sorrell. 2 spares. Hera starting the 3rd frame. Leaves a wiggling 7. Forgive me. And a spare for Para. I'll be doing it all day, so don't. Every time I move my arm, I hit Kristen Babby's hood here. There's Generu. Generu gets a 10 to drop. She's going to split. Beaumont owner John Roberts on your left, talking to Henry Gooley. Both here to cheer on Cassie. Generu misses her spare. Bring up Tierney for the Cougars. Double wood, 2-8, I think. Yep, 2-8.
There it is.
Tierney misses the double wood. That's a tough spare to pick up. Now Sorrell for the Cougars. Sorrell strikes. Remind everyone this is viewer supported television. And We have a couple people that send in their viewer support several times during the year. But once a year is fine. Trouble is, we got most people showing no support, and the next highest level is occasional support. And there's a few faithful ones that are annually, and then there's a very, 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 very few that contribute more than once a year. Robert set to start the third frame for the Cougars.
Maybe they need them now.
But only the third. Seems like we've been here for a week. Here's the fourth frame, I guess. Roberts gets 7 in her first ball. A lot of sportsmanship in bowling. A lot of sportsmanship. This is a sport that I see the best sports where the people congratulate their opponents. There's no defense involved, so it's you're bowling as good as you can, and they bowl as good as they can, and if they bowl better than you, then you give them a pat in the back or a slap in the hand. And bowling is the one sport where we've seen where there's exceptional sportsmanship between the competitors. Laura Lee Para gets 9 pins. Her first ball in the fourth. Para looking for a spare. Picks it up. There's General. 2 strikes. Bring up Tierney for the Cougars. Tierney gets 7 pins, leaves the 1-2-4.
Oh yeah.
Tierney trying to have a little dominoes, misses the first. Now Sorrell for the Cougars. And he gets 9 pins, leaves the 5. 11:30 start for the basketball at Northeastern, so I think we'll be out of here shortly after this girls match gets done. Roberts will start the 5th frame. Cougars. And she gets 8 pins. Check the team scores, both the bowlers here with similar, identical spares to pick up. 342 to 292. Beekmantown leading. Here's Roberts. Again, no handicaps. It's all scratch bowling here when it comes to the sections. And the same thing will happen at the state level. Unlike most other sports where you play regionally, in bowling you automatically go to the sectional, from the sectionals to the states. Era with the spare. So if you win it here, you go to the state finals. So there's no regional competition. General picks up the strike, excuse me. No regional competition. We'll win the sectional and go right to the states. Tierney gets 9 pins in her first ball in the 5th. There's Tierney going for her spare. Wiggles it, but misses it. That's the second open for her. There's Sorrell. 6-7-10. Reminder, we're at the North Bowl, Section 7 bowling. Yes. 30 of the 32 lanes are filled with CDAC high school bowlers. Don't know what they would do if another school entered the league, because they wouldn't have room for them. Wouldn't have room for them in the sectionals here because of an A and B team and girls team. That'd be 3 more teams. They only got room for 2 more.
They got the results here. You want them? No?
There's Cassie Roberts. Jim Tierney's going to read off some results for us. Roberts gets 9 on her first ball.
All right, as we, after the first game here, the girls, all right, the leaders are right now with 860 is Beekmantown. Second is NCCS with 808. As we see Borgen get a spare. Roberts will be shooting the 10-pin. In third place right now, Ticonderoga 745 as Roberts spares the 10-pin. And Saranac is in fourth place at 714. Followed by Peru in fifth at 695. and Sable in 6 at 686. As Winterbottom will leave double wood, the 2-8. We see Laura will come up a little light, leaving 7. On the boys' side, Beekmantown A is in the lead with 861, followed by Northeastern Clinton A at 825. In third place is Sable Valley B team at 792, and the B team for PHS at 781 is in fourth. Again, we'll update you those scores as we go along, and I'll return you back to Calvin for this girls' match.
That's our roving reporter, Jim Tierney. There's Para going for her spare. And she's going to get one of them. We have Generu, Northeastern. She gets 8 in her first ball. Leaves the 5-9. Generu, she'll pick up her spare. Tierney gets the strike.
Don't bleed again.
Now Sorrell in the 6th frame. Roberts will start the 7th for the Cougars.
Pick it up, Kurt.
Leaves the 10 pin. Roberts will miss. She missed her spare. I'll bring up Para. And Para leaves the 7-10. What a great opportunity for her. Pick up the 7-10 in sectional competition on Hometown Cable. What a great opportunity. She must be excited to have the chance to pick up this 7-10 split here in sectional play. We haven't taped one yet, but sooner or later we're going to get one. This could be it. And Para's ball is out there, and I guess not this time. I'm going to meet this little fellow in the parking lot after the match here and straighten him up. There's Generu. It looks like the head pin from here. That's the 5 pin. Generu picks up the spare. Tierney with his strike in the 7th. Bring up anchor bowler Megan Sorrell. Sorrell leaves the 10 pin. Checking the time.
There, Megan, nice shot.
Sorrell rides the rail. Gets the spare. Waiting for Roberts to start the 8th. Here we go.
Right, Cassie, go get the spare.
Leaves the 9 pin.
Spare, Cass, all right. Come on, Laura.
Roberts gets the spare. Unlike Jim Tierney, I don't know the Beekmantown bowlers. They don't have their names on their shirts. Para leaves the 7-8 maybe? Looks a little too wide for the ball to pick up here, so she's going to have to try to get some action. Give it a try.
Pick her up, bud.
This is the fellow right here causing me all that trouble. There's Generu. Generu gets 7 on her first ball. On the 8th frame. Generu will spare.
On, Danielle.
Time check. Tierney Gets 8 on her first ball.
Let's go, Eagles! Let's go! Let's go, Eagles! Let's go! Let's go, Eagles! Let's go!
Leaves the 10 pin. Now we have Roberts on the other side of Charlie Stone. And she leaves the 10 pin. We got Sorrell wrapping up the 8th. Roberts starting the 9th. And Sorrell gets 9 on her first ball. Roberts will miss her spare again. Finding it harder to come up with a smile. Meanwhile, Sorrell spares. What am I doing wrong, Dad? There's Para. Para will pick up the spare. There's Generu. Generu strikes in the 9th.
Come on, Danielle. Nice roll out there.
There's Tierney.
Yeah!
Tierney strikes.
Ball, Danielle. Way to go.
There's Sorrell.
Yeah, I made it.
Sorrell makes it
girls, come
3 in a row. Let's check those team scores while we have a break here. 684, that's Northeastern side. 683 in the Beekmantown side. They're pretty tight here in the second game. Beekmantown is 2 bowlers ahead of Northeastern now in the 9th frame. Well, actually, the Cougars have completed the 9th at all those strikes there, so they're through the 9th with 684. Beekmantown has got 1 more bowler. And they are now done the ninth. And they have a lead of 701 to 684. And no, they still have another bowler. Here's their anchor bowler. And that increases their lead. Now Roberts will start the 10th for the Cougars. Again, not bowling just against the team that's on their same lanes. They're also bowling against everybody else in the house. Roberts, it's a strike. The average is close to 200, so she's experiencing a game similar to what we saw Dan Dragoon have over in the boys' match. Late drop. They're dropping for Beekmantown. Here's Roberts' first fill ball, and she leaves one pin.
Let's go, Eagles! Let's go! Let's go, Eagles! Let's go!
Well, Cassie Roberts is going to be way under her 190-something average. There's Roberts will spare. Gives her, as soon as we're done with the cartoon, we'll tell you. Gives her 149, which is almost 50 pins under her average. There's Laura Lee Para. Para leaves a split in her first ball in the 10th. Para spares.
There, Laura!
Let's go! Let's go, Dickie! Let's go!
Mother's being retarded again.
Body Lisa!
Para gets 10 on her fill ball. Para finished with a 145. There's Generu. Gets 8 on her first ball. Check some of those Beekmantown scores. The way the Beekmantown fans are going to holler, and you would think that there were 2s up there instead of 1s, a 273 and a 266, but the fans very much into it here for Beekmantown today. There's Generu. Generu spares. Team totals 791 to 750. Total of 6 games will be counted today. So this is wrapping up the second. Here's Generu. Tierney up next for the Cougars. picked off probably 6 in her first ball. Tierney will miss her spare. After the Tierney's score in just a second. Okay, Natasha Generu finished with a very nice 177. Tierney had a 148. Megan Sorrell strikes to start the 10th for her.
Let's go, Cujo! Let's go! Let's go, Cujo! Let's go!
Well, 8:24 at the moment for Beekmantown, 7:94 for the Cougars.
No fighting the coaches today!
There's Sorrell's first fill ball. And we got 8 pins.
Come on, Meg, good spare. Come on, Meg.
And Sorrell picks up the spare. Well, Megan Sorrell will finish with, drum roll, 192. Nice score for her. 8-12 for the Cougars. 8:33 at the moment for Beekmantown. And they got another ball coming. Well, 8:12 to 8:53 and another ball. That's an 8:62, gives her a 195. We thought we'd pause a moment to see how the B boys are doing for Northeastern. Not quite as noisy here as it was around the girls. This is Ryan Baker. Looks like they just finished up here. So they have Martin with a 132. Paquette with a 135. McDonald with a 117. Bory with a 137. Baker with a 143. So that's how they finished their second game. We've got Ryan Baker, Jarrett Bory, Ryan McDonald, Charles Martin, and Nick Paquette sitting there for the Cougars. All right, we moved over to the A match. Yeah, what we got here? Tierney.
Come on, Gene. Buddy.
Well, you know, it's catching up.
Okay, let's see here. Tierney spared. We got Ballard up there. He's that's 8. Now it's nice for the people to get excited about their kids, but when people are trying to view usually the people who have the balloons are the ones who have the seats, and they put the balloons and they block everybody else's view. So next year they ought to think about stretching them out, they touch the ceiling and not at eye level. I'm probably going to, since I can't get a view here, I'm probably going to leave. I'm not going to jump in front and stand in front of other people because I'm a rather big wall. So I've got senior day. They got all the elementary players up at Northeastern for the girls basketball, so I've got to get up there. Here's Chipola. It's a nasty little split to pick up. Let's see how the Dragoons are doing. Mark's got a 59. Chipola will get 9. No, yeah, he'll get 9 for the frame. Let's see, Mark Dragoon's got a 59. Dan is up there right now, and without the camera on him, he just struck. So I guess the secret is keep the camera off him. And that's what we're about to do here. We're completely blocked out. Our apologies to the bowlers, but between the balloons and our time constraints, we just got no more time to stay here. For those of you supporting Hometown Cable, our thanks, and try to encourage your friends and neighbors so that Hometown Cable can continue to be here. Thanks for watching in the meantime.